captive tigers in the U.S. than there are in the wild throughout the world.
Animal people are nuts, man. They're all crazy.
I've been watching some crazy shit. Like, I finished watching it in a day because it was so crazy. My eyes were literally like, boom, 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 boom. This show that I've just seen blew my mind so much in a way that it's like cemented the fact that I will never, ever, ever move to America. The people there are f***ing mental. Like, what? For real. My eyes are twitching because it's so crazy. Look, can you see it? Okay, she can't. The show I'm talking about is Tiger King.
You're gonna have to kill me to shut me up.
Anyone in America can own a tiger. It's that easy. It's like owning a gun for them. And the craziest thing is, they say this in this documentary, there are more tigers in captivity than in the wild. But anyway, let's begin. It starts off with episode 1, and it's about some guy called Joe Exotic in somewhere in Florida. You know, you see all those Florida memes about like how mad it is in Florida. He owns tigers. Well, he has a zoo.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you hear it on the news, I'm going to tell you myself. About an hour ago, we had an incident where one of the employees stuck their arm through the cage and a tiger tore her arm off.
But the more you know about Joe Exotic, the crazier it becomes, because this guy has a mullet and he's gay and he's a redneck.
You watch porn? He says, yeah. I said, what, do you enjoy the guy with the little one doing her, or do you enjoy watching the guy with the big one doing her? And he says, well, obviously you want to watch the guy with the big one. I said, well, you ain't that straight.
Oh my God. Have you guys seen Brickleberry or Paradise PD? Joe Exotic's boyfriend looks just like the guy from Paradise PD, the redneck one. Actually, it's Joe Exotic and, holy shit, Joe Exotic and his boyfriend, they look just like the two guys from Paradise, the two rednecks from Paradise PD. That's what they look like. Oh my God, this show's insane. There was 3 of them married in this like triage or triad. Like, I think that whole relationship was even illegal. I don't think you can marry 3 people at once. But then again, it's America, so who the f knows?
You may now kiss.
You know, by the love in my eyes and the beat of my heart, I'll be there.
Yeah, there's 3 of them in this relationship. This first episode tells you how Joe Exotic, nutter, has a boyfriend, has a husband, 2 husbands. He owns tons and tons of tigers in this massive field. This documentary starts talking about his life and the wild stuff he goes through. Not only that, he's in a beef with this lady. I can't remember her name.
More like this. You may get down so you've got just cat.
I can't remember her name, but I think the name is like, Caroline.
Carole Baskin.
Her name is very like white savior. And not only that, she is like the epitome. When I say epitome of a white savior. Floral headbands. I'm doing this for the good of all people.
Our mission is to ban the private possession of these magnificent animals.
She goes on as if she's like helping the tigers, but she's just as exploitative as Joe Exotic and all the other like zookeeper type tiger people.
The ownership of money and property comes from doing things in a certain way. Those who do things in a certain way, whether on purpose or accidentally, get rich.
The kind of man that she ends up marrying, oh my God, the kind of man she even ends up killing, insane. The first time I watched it, I was like, this is not real. This first episode also walks you through like the different characters. There's another guy called Doc McBrown or Doc McStuffins or Dr. Doolittle.
So I'm Dr. Bhagavan Antle. Bhagavan, Antle, A-N-T-L-E, Dr. Bhagavan Antle.
Like there's a doctor in there somewhere who isn't really a doctor, but he's another tiger person. There's Joe Exotic, redneck zookeeper.
Ah! That's how we take care of ISIS right there, buddy.
We've got Caroline Channing. white savior zookeeper.
You see how they go from being so sweet to just wanting to tear your face off, and they can do it like that. And it's like, oh, that's amazing to have that kind of range and that speed.
And then you got Dr. Brown or Dr. Doolittle over there.
And speaking of incredible animals, joining us is the founder and director of Tiger.
Good afternoon, guys.
He is very much like, but a slicker version of that guy we all used to watch as kids on TV who had the crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin. I hate to speak bad on your name, but his character reminded me very much of Steve Irwin. And I think back, and one thing that does freak me out and does worry me is that, like, behind the scene, was he just like Doc McStuffing? Do you know what I mean? Like, was Steve Irwin like Doc McStuffing?
He's onto me. He's staring straight at me. I'm gonna have to be really careful and get ready to run, because there's blood in the air.
So they're all on beef. The Caroline Channing girl, she wants to be the only one making money. She wants to be the only one making that moolah. She's jealous that everyone's got coin because my girl grew up like super, super poor. She wants to make money more than the other one. Like, she wants to be the queen. She says, I'm preserving these animals. You guys all suck. You're raising them badly. I never want to raise them this way. I have a tiger sanctuary, so I'm going to look after all these tigers. And then everyone's like, sis, you're doing the same thing as we are. Caroline Channing wants to be like Doc McStuffins and like Hillbilly Hick are all making money from tigers. You shouldn't be doing that. The tigers are all in cages. Hers are in cages too. The others are like, F you, like, we all want to make money here, blah, 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 blah. They're going back and forth, back and forth. She's also profiting off the whole system as well, because she gets volunteers, so she actually doesn't have to pay her staff. But I think that's a different episode, I think. So yeah, she knows people up top. She's trying to stop the system. But not only that, these tiger owners, they're mental. I don't think they're also regulated. They're not as regulated as like ZSL London Zoo. Do you know what I mean? Where there's checks in place to stop like crazy shit from happening. Their cages all look very flimsy. They just look like, is it barbed wire or like crosshatch chicken wire? I don't know. They look very flimsy. There was one guy like in the past who set all the tigers free that he owned and shot himself. Dude basically released Armageddon onto everyone in his neighborhood.
Thompson released 56 animals. 49 were killed that night in October of 2011. Among them, 18 tigers, 17 lions, 2 grizzly bears.
And that's what they're scared about, all these other people who own tigers, because of the First Amendment or the first right of freedom for these Americans, they can own fucking tigers. So no one's gonna take that tiger away from them. There's a ticking time bomb on all these people that owns like tigers, because it only takes like one person to go nuts and release all his tigers. Because oh my god, Hillbilly Hick, yeah, owns so many tigers, like hundreds of tigers. That's how insane it is. So I'm sitting here like, yeah, what if he goes nuts? Because he does go nuts about Caroline Channing, because he hates her. He hates her to the point of like sends her death threats and everything.
Girl's birthday next month, and we're shipping her 2 of these. Look at the fangs on that.
One day I went out to open up the mailbox and it just exploded with snakes.
We also learned that Joe Exotic can sing.
I saw a tiger, now I understand. I saw a tiger saw me.
Amazing voice, writes music about how much he hates his Caroline Channing lately.
Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Oh, mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. You can't find this taste in the zoo.
And yeah, so the first episode is basically a back and forth, blah, blah, blah. I hate you, I hate you. Crocodile Dundee over there with his tigers saying, no, I hate you. Like, they all basically hate on this white savior. And Redneck Hick also admires Crocodile Dundee. There's more to the story, but all I want to tell you right now for episode 1 is Redneck Hick admires Crocodile Dundee. And Redneck Hick hates Caroline Channing. And Crocodile Dundee also hates Caroline Channing but not to the extent of how Redneck Hick hit Caroline Channing. Insane.
You're an animal rights person, and you try and come into this facility, this is what you're going to be greeted with.
I saw time